Hey, what's going on? This is Jordan Wagner with PremierGuitar.com here with Stefan Carpenter of Deftones. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Killer. Appreciate your time. So, do you want to run us through the live rig that you're using on tour right now?
Well, this is just part of it because we're in a smaller stage than normal, but I'm running this here 412 Marshall stereo cabinet right now, and just because it's easy on the space. Otherwise, I'd have two of them up here running mono each. And this is getting all its juice from everything over here in this corner. And what you see is a guitar rig in the laptop up top, the Native Instruments Guitar Rig 3. And then down next to my rack and below that I have the Marshall JMP1 and the Rocktron IntelliFX online version. My two Marshall power amps, the L34s. I also have the 9200s, but they're the same thing really. And then my oversized Furman at the bottom, delivering much juice to all my stuff. And then below that is my pedal board, and I just had that recently built in the last couple months by Bob Bradshaw. Does custom audio electronics, and as you can see, I got a lot of Dunlop pedals on her. The NMXR pedals and the ZVEX pedals. All these little treats, really. Most of the stuff is really just for live. Like, I don't record with a lot of it. Not yet. The next record we do, that's gonna all really come into play. But I'm using that, mainly just for the fun. Just adding a little extra dimension live. The flanger and stuff, I have that on some tracks, and the stereo, of course, is kind of doing what I had a TC Electronics 2290 in my rack before, and I took it out because it's just, I don't need it. I used it for two presets. This thing's, I'm hauling around a two-space unit for two presets. It's a little too much. So I got a delay pedal and a chorus. Now I'm doing what I was doing.
Cool.
And then over here, you see my that's my controller that controls that system, that all those pedals. The very top of that pedal board is the switching system that Bradshaw makes, and all those pedals are all individually on their own loops, and you can see them over there on the controller. They're all labeled. That way you can get direct, you turn them on and off right there directly, or I have 6 different presets. I can make any configuration I want. My little whammy pedal, I got my little notes for the record, so I know which banks have which tones I'm using, because I space them all the time.
So you tell us about the guitars you're using?
It's really no different than my 7s and the 6s I've been using, except for now I've got 8 strings and it's just a little bit more.
Is this one you have strapped on right now?
Yeah, that's the one right here. That beauty.
EMGs in it?
Yeah, I've got the big fat 8-string EMGs. Sound great.
Killer. So what about some of the other ones in your rack up there?
They're really, I have one other an 8-string identical to this one. I mean, they're, to the eye, there's no difference. I'm sure there's unique difference to each of them, but to the eye, nothing. And the rest are all 7-string, with the exception of, they're all 7-string guitars, but the only thing different between them is I have 2 tellies in there, and the rest are all my signature ESP, and just all different paint jobs, really. I have a couple custom ones, and then the rest are just different colors and stuff like that.
So with the guitar rig setup that you're using live right now, have you encountered any difficulty like melding it with your conventional pedal amp setup?
No, you're talking about the computer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, with the computer I'm running it totally parallel to everything. It's not, all my analog gear, if you will, is all by itself, and the computer is all by itself. So I'm just really split into either one, and I'm only using the computer on the new Diamond Eyes music. Everything, all our previous stuff, I don't need to put it on there. I thought about doing it, but I was like, if I do it, then I'm really changing the sound of all those songs. And as much as I want to have that in there and to be cool doing all that, I just avoid it. But I have all the presets that I do use for all other songs. I do have them programmed in there, because on a couple occasions I've had to go with that solely. I didn't have any other option. It was the laptop that I had to use. It wasn't perfect as I would like it, but it did the job, and I got to give a lot of respect to that program, man. It truly is awesome.
Thanks so much for your time, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, bro.
This is Jordan Wagner, and you're watching PremierGuitar.com.